Hey, Nightwish Army. Coping skills here, back with another reaction. So today I was going to drop 4 songs in a row in one video like I did with the last 4 songs, but I thought it might be fun to try to see maybe it does a little bit better. I'm going to record all 4 songs right now, but I'm going to release them as individual reactions over the next 4 days. So if you were looking forward to 4 today, well, you can just come back 3 more times and catch all of them. But in any case, today we're gonna do My Walden. I'm really enjoying this band, and I know that this band has such a rich history, and I'm kinda jumping into the middle of it, trying to get my bearings because they've had 2 great singers before Floor that I haven't really heard yet. I'm looking forward to learning more about the pre-Floor era, but I'm really enjoying the Floor era which is the current era. So I'm excited to get the rest of this concert in and see how it progresses. If you're new to the channel, I'm a licensed mental health counselor in Florida. Started doing reaction videos to try to raise mental health awareness. So you may get some commentary from me from time to time about mental health. If you like the content, please subscribe, maybe comment, hit the like button. If you want to support the channel even further, you could become a channel member or buy me a coffee. The link to that is in the description of the video. But without further ado, so when I took a look at the set list, this one kind of popped out at me a little bit because My Walden, um, it's a book from Henry David Thoreau about his time at Walden Pond in Massachusetts. My cousin is a professor at Boston College, and that's not too far away from Concord, Massachusetts, which is where Walden Pond is. And my father was born fairly close to here, so I'm familiar with Walden Pond. My Walden, I believe, which is a reference to that book, and it's about kind of living in nature. So I think it goes pretty well along with what's going on in this album so far. I've come to learn from the comment section that evolution is kind of a big part of what's going on with this album. And there's a lot of references to evolution within the songs. And it made me think a little bit about the band and where they are, because another comment had mentioned that Shudder Before the Beautiful was kind of the first song written for Floor. And that, along with this notion that evolution is a big part of it, made me think that with Floor being in the band, and now there's a new drummer because Yuka's not there anymore, that the band has taken on an evolution of its own and has been doing so. So they had, you know, I think Tarja was the first singer. Um, I'm sorry if I got that wrong. And then Annette, and now Flor. So they've been going through growth and changes, but now with Flor, and it kind of seems like it has hit a true because Floor has been their vocalist for 10 years, right? Actually, 12 years. But in any case, so this theme of evolution and a lot of songs regarding nature and those kind of things is very interesting. I think there's a lot of literature about, finding yourself in nature, that kind of thing. I just thought it was interesting that those themes might be playing with each other. This kind of theme of evolution from like a scientific standpoint, but also evolution within the self of Tomas, but also evolution of the band with the new band members, and these songs being written now with a kind of a different tier level of vocalist with all her operatic background and whatnot with Floor. So, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. But without jumping to conclusions too much, the name of this song triggered a lot of thoughts in me. So, there you go.
Good evening, you beautiful specimens. Ah, Tampere, Tampere, the cradle of civilization. Good evening, you beautiful specimens. Ah, Tampere, Tampere, the cradle of civilization. We're now going to take you deep into the mountains.
All right, a treat here.
Signen you'll to go with Bruce or Gwen fine can a coin achean ungweva deni da pestry bowie.
All right, I think the song's going to take a little bit of a detour here, change course a little bit, and crank it up. But wanted to give my thoughts so far. Yeah, definitely at the beginning, I was like, okay, this is an interesting kind of melody and whatnot. But then more instruments came in, and I was surprised at how well it blended together. It was, I don't know, it was an even more interesting blend of symphony and metal than we're even used to with Nightwish. It was just almost Cyrillic, but it worked, and that's the cool thing. And then they came in, and Floor's voice and Marco's voice are so beautiful. You know, Tomas and the choices that he makes in his keyboard synthesizer match so well. The drums are on point. Ibu with the guitar is killing it. So I mean, everybody's just it's amazing. Yeah, the first part, I'm not sure what language that was or what it said. If somebody wants to fill me in the comments, yeah, that'd be appreciated. But then once the vocalists kind of come in with Floor, light shines bright beyond all the cities of gold, on a road of birdsong and chocolate shops, of buskers, jugglers, innkeepers, welcoming call, the sound of mist, smell of moss-grown woods. And then Marco comes in with weaving my wings from many-colored yarns, flying higher, higher, higher into the wild, weaving my world into tapestry of life. It's fire golden in my Walden. So, yeah, this idea of my Walden does come from Thoreau's book, where he was pondering kind of life on Walden Pond and finding this sanctuary, this place of solitude, but comfort, like solace. All the things that they're describing here is trying to find to work up Marco's verse anyway, weaving my wings from many colored yarns. It's an interesting one too, because that could be like a double entendre a little bit, because colored yarns are what you could use to knit with yarn, But yarn is also a word that's used for like a song or a tale is a better thing. So you might, many colored yarns might be many, many tales or stories or adventures. Yeah, it's cool how they're kind of weaving those things in and then flying higher into the wild. Another kind of call to adventure, and then weaving my world into tapestry of life. It's fire golden in my Walden. So in this place of sanctuary and peace, it's this place of kind of discovering, of growing, of pushing yourself, of finding this Walden, my Walden. But it's a place of peace. It's something that's adventurous but peaceful at the same time, if that makes sense. And then the first um, verse, I'll go back to that with Floor. Light shines beyond all the cities of gold on a road of birdsong and chocolate shops, of buskers, jugglers, innkeepers, welcoming call, the sound of mist, smell of moss-grown woods. So this definitely brings you into this picture of kind of a mountain town where lots of things are going on in the street. Buskers are people singing on the street. Jugglers, obviously entertaining. Innkeepers call, so people calling them in to stay there, maybe get a warm bed, a drink, comfort, those kind of things. So yeah, just a really warm picture right now of this this space where there's excitement, there's vibrance, there's life, and then it switches to this kind of era of change, but looking for this adventure and solace. So yeah, we'll see where it goes from there. Then Floor came back in and started talking about, I will taste the manna in every tree, liquid honey and wine from the distant hills. An early morning greenwood concerto greets my Walden with its eternal voice. Taste the manna in every tree, the life, like the lifeblood, the life essence. Manna is a reference to the Hebrew people in the desert. God sustained them with manna, which was like food from heaven that supplied all their needs. Here, manna from every tree would be the life from every tree, from the entire forest, this lifeblood. Liquid honey and wine from the distant hills. So, distant hills is another kind of call to adventure, and what you find in the distance is very sweet and pleasurable things that enrich your life, like honey and wine. And then an early morning greenwood concerto. That's a call to all the sounds of nature. So very much in nature, picturesque kind of hearkening, definitely similar to Walden Pond. Greets my Walden with its eternal voice. So this eternal voice is nature is always talking. Anytime you go out into nature, nature is full of sound. Yeah. So beautiful song so far. Very visual kind of manifestations in my brain. They're very vivid language. Tomas is an artist. And yeah, I'm enjoying taking a look at the lyrics a little bit deeper and seeing what's in there. But there's this really good truth of mental health so far in there, where there's this drive in us to be happy in the space that we are, but also a curiosity, a human curiosity of what's over the next hill and what good things might be there. From a mental health perspective, understanding that there's a balance between pushing yourself to adventure, but also making sure that you have a safe space to return to and come to, even if it's just a mental space. And I think that's a big part of my Walden is not necessarily being at Walden Pond, but finding that place of inner peace wherever you are. And I think that's a really important aspect in mental health is learning how to kind of center yourself, put yourself in a place of peace, even when circumstances aren't peaceful. In any case, let's go.
Liquid honey flying higher, 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 higher.
This is really pretty. Um, yeah, I think she said, "I do not wish to evade the world," is what she sang there. And it just made me think how often we try to avoid the difficult things when sometimes if we embrace them versus evade them, we really get something beautiful out of it. But yeah, I'm going to go back just because I really like that stop and the break and how they came back in. It was beautiful. I just want to listen to that again. And also comment on Marco's bass slash electric guitar.
Thank you. Wow.
Wow, that was a great song. I really enjoyed it. I really like the layered lyrics and things in there. And I had a thought when I was, kind of had the musical interlude of Troy on those pipes. A thought occurred to me of this last kind of outro verse. Floor just sang beautifully. Was this idea of not evading the world balanced with making your own world is something that's so important, I think, to people. We are kind of given a world that is filled with a lot of things that we would like to change. And we can't avoid that world. And it's not about avoiding that world, it's about learning how to navigate the world, but still make choices and build your own world within the world with all its difficulties, but also all its beautiful things and all of its adventure, kind of creating something of your own within the world. And that's just a beautiful thought. So, yeah, I really like that song. And not just because I kind of have a connection to Walden Pond a little bit, but just because the song is so beautiful, it's so well written, there's layers to it. I could probably listen to it 3 more times and get more out of it. So hopefully I said something that was new to you or at least refreshing to you. Um, that's the goal. Hopefully something resets your mental health for today and you find your Walden place. Until the next time, click on something, keep watching. Cheers.